Hey, this is Cassie, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout outs to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Hola, habla Cindy, está viendo Deportes TV.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, Anthony Joshua, former unified British heavyweight champion and current unified Mexican heavyweight champion, Andy Ruiz Jr., held their face-off. There were some behind-the-scenes clips and footage in which Anthony Joshua said a few things, and Andy Ruiz as well, that I highlighted, that I thought were interesting. Anthony Joshua said that, they like the fact that they're gentlemen. Andy Ruiz said that he loves the fact that they're gentlemen. Anthony Joshua had signed some things and for Andy Ruiz's family and his father. His father has a great deal of respect for Anthony Joshua and the way he carries himself. So, they had a respectable conversation. And Anthony Joshua stated that, Andy Ruiz is a bad mother blank. He says that he's very dangerous, and I have to respect him, and I have to be very well prepared going into this rematch. And the reason I highlighted that is because Anthony Joshua, once upon a time, stated that if you look at him and you look at Andy Ruiz upon just appearance, 9 times out of 10, he's the superior fighter and he should win, right? He says that, all he has to do is stay focused and he'll beat Andy Ruiz. But to give Andy Ruiz this type of respect means that Andy Ruiz is playing in the subconscious mind of Anthony Joshua, in my opinion, right? And he's a tougher fight than Anthony Joshua is leading on. As we know, Andy Ruiz upset Anthony Joshua June 1st in Madison Square Garden, New York, the most famous arena in the world, dropping Anthony Joshua 4 times and ultimately stopping Anthony Joshua, right? We know Anthony Joshua said that he was gifted and assisted from the gods that gave him a hand, and that's why he was victorious. He also highlighted the fact that he wasn't motivated. He was focused on Wilder and Fury. And so with that said, no fighter is going to admit that another fighter is better than they are. That's not going to happen. Not too many fighters will do that, especially at the moment leading into a fight, maybe later on down the line, but for the most part, no fighter is going to admit to that, right? Well, Anthony Joshua is saying that Andy Ruiz is a bad mother lover, right? And, he has to take all cautions going into the rematch to well prepare himself. As Anthony Joshua told me himself, that I asked him what's going to be the difference in the rematch, and Anthony Joshua says, work hard, train harder, pretty much eat, sleep, and, dream boxing. I was getting ready to say football, right? I'm so used to saying eat, sleep, and football, squat football. But the saying goes in football, it's the same going for the sport of boxing. This is the model that Anthony Joshua has adopted, as he says that, he's going to just dig deep, and just, bury himself in the sport of boxing, in order to come out victorious on the other side. But him saying that Andy Ruiz Jr. is a bad mother lover and he's very, very dangerous just lets us know that he plays in Anthony Joshua's subconscious mind more than Anthony Joshua leads on. Anthony Joshua sees Andy Ruiz as, a very, very steep hill to climb, right? He leads on. He leads us to believe that, Andy Ruiz, all he has to do is come in more properly prepared and focused, and that's all it's going to take to be victorious. And I told you guys before, when he made so many changes to his diet, so many changes to his training camp. He didn't change the trainers per se, but he said he was going to bring in some more boxing minds, right? He needs the most boxing minds that he could get. The more the merrier, right? He stated that, he would reach out to George Foreman to help for his assistance, to help prepare him for the rematch. Says that it would be foolish to get rid of longtime trainer, but if anybody wants to lend a hand of assistance to give him advice at a time where it's turmoil, not turmoil within the camp, but just turmoil, the fact that he lost his status and his titles, and, he wants the most assistance. He even led on to say, he would love to have the fight in the UK because the UK fans, 60, 70, 80, 90,000 UK fans screaming would give him the necessary advantage he needs to get over the hump of Andy Ruiz. So that leads me to believe that Andy Ruiz is a huge mountain to climb in his mind. And that means that doubt could creep in at any point in time in this rematch. One little thing goes wrong and doubt will creep in and seep in and set in. And we could see a repeat. Thus the reason why Andy Ruiz says he believes that Anthony Joshua never fully recovered from what took place the first time, and he's still confused. And I believe him. But to a certain degree, I don't think he's confused. I think in the back of his mind, he's saying to himself, wow, this guy may be better than me. He may be questioning himself. His outside persona is not going to show that. But on the inside, I believe that Anthony Joshua may be second guessing himself and questioning, can he actually beat Andy Ruiz Jr.? You understand? Because when they face to face, he gives them the most up rolls, right? Andy Ruiz's approach has never changed from leading into the build-up for the first fight. Look at his body language, his approach to going into the first fight. It's never changed. It never changed. It never wilted, right? And so let's just go. Just goes to show you, and that we always know boxing is 80 to 85% mental, 15 to 20% physical. If you already mentally beat, we saw Mike Tyson, guys leading into Mike Tyson, right? Into fights with Mike Tyson. Going into those fights, those guys were beat before they even stepped in the ring. And this could be the same situation. There's a strong possibility Anthony Joshua could be beat before he even steps in the ring. He's physically preparing himself, but is he mentally prepared for adversity? Should he get dropped in the first round, second round? Is he mentally prepared to say to himself, here we go again? Or is he gonna say, I'm prepared for this, let me get up, dig deep, and close the show? It's a huge question, and I can't wait for this fight because Anthony Joshua could very well say, let me get up and close this show like I know I can. And that's what's gonna make this fight so very interesting. Because Anthony Joshua does have the necessary tools to be victorious. This is no slight at Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is one of the top heavyweights in the world, whether you like him or love him or hate him, right? It doesn't matter what you perceive him as or what you look at him as. Anthony Joshua is one of the best heavyweights in the world. Thus the reason why we only want to see him in with the best. That's the reason why you only want to see Anthony Joshua in with the best, because he's one of the best. And so can he pull this off? Absolutely. It just became a 50-50 fight. The first time around, it was perceived as an 80-20 for Joshua in his favor. And now after getting dropped, the scales tipped to Andy Ruiz's favor. But, there's a strong possibility that this is just a 50-50 fight. Anything could happen. Because we saw Anthony Joshua drop Andy Ruiz in the first time. And the fight could have very well been on its way to being over right then and there. But Andy Ruiz's resilience, he got up. He said, oh no, this ain't happening. He got up and closed the show. And so there, Anthony Joshua, can he do the same thing? Is doubt gonna creep in as soon as adversity steps on his doorstep? And it has the image of Andy Ruiz? I can't wait. This is the biggest fight in the sport of boxing this year, and I can't wait for it to take place. That's all I got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Raw. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Blue Blood Sport TV, baby, from the Empress. Much love.